What if I told you that the power cable you are using to charge your phone right now might soon become a relic of the past? Imagine a world where electricity flows freely through the air, powering everything from your smartphone to your car without a single wire in sight. This isn't science fiction. It's the culmination of a dream that began over a century ago with one of history's most brilliant and misunderstood geniuses, Nikola Tesla. In 1901, Tesla began construction on a mysterious tower on Long Island, New York. His vision? To transmit electrical power wirelessly across the globe. The world thought he was mad. His financier, J.P. Morgan, pulled funding. The tower was demolished, and Tesla's dream was buried in the sands of time. Until now. Tesla once declared, "The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in one decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence." He envisioned a world where energy could be transmitted through the air as easily as information, a vision that seemed utterly fantastical to his contemporaries. Today, however, we stand at the precipice of realizing Tesla's wildest dream. The same society that once dismissed him as a madman is now investing billions in bringing his vision to life. And the implications for our energy-hungry world are nothing short of revolutionary. Wireless power transmission works through a principle known as electromagnetic induction, the same principle behind transformer technology. When an electrical current passes through a coil, it creates a magnetic field. This field can induce an electrical current in another nearby coil without any physical connection between them. What's truly remarkable is how far this technology has advanced in recent years. Companies like WiTricity and have developed systems capable of transmitting power over distances of several meters, enough to charge a device anywhere in a room. The efficiency of these systems has improved dramatically, with some achieving over 90% power transfer efficiency, comparable to traditional wired charging. In South Korea, scientists have created a system that can transmit 1.5 kilowatts of power, enough to run a medium-sized appliance, over a distance of 5 meters. Meanwhile, researchers at the University of Washington have developed tiny sensors that can harvest power from ambient radio waves, eliminating the need for batteries altogether. Perhaps most impressively, New Zealand-based startup Emrod has successfully transmitted several kilowatts of power over a distance of 40 meters using electromagnetic beams, and they're scaling up to attempt kilometers-long transmission. This isn't just incremental progress, it's a quantum leap toward Tesla's original vision. Did you know that Tesla's original Wardenclyffe Tower was designed not just to transmit messages, as many believed, but to wirelessly distribute power across the Atlantic Ocean? His patents clearly outlined a system for global power distribution, decades before the first communications satellite was even conceived. Here's something that might surprise you. Wireless power transmission is already happening all around us, just in limited ways. If you've ever used an electric toothbrush with a charging base, or paid for something with a contactless card, you've experienced wireless power transfer in action. The difference is that these applications work only over tiny distances, millimeters rather than meters or kilometers. Another fascinating fact: the world's largest experimental wireless power transmission system isn't on Earth at all. NASA has been testing wireless power beaming in space, where solar panels can capture energy and beam it to other locations using microwaves or lasers. In the vacuum of space, these beams can travel virtually unimpeded by atmospheric interference. And here's something Tesla himself might find vindicated by. In 2007, researchers at MIT demonstrated wireless power transmission by lighting a 60-watt bulb from a distance of 2 meters, with no connecting wires. The team called their technology WiTricity, and one of the researchers noted that Tesla had the same basic idea a century earlier, but lacked the materials and precision electronics to make it work effectively. The implications of widespread wireless electricity are staggering. Imagine electric vehicles that charge continuously as they drive down specially equipped highways, never needing to stop for a recharge. Picture smartphones and laptops that never run out of battery because they are constantly receiving power from transmitters embedded in walls, ceilings, and furniture. In healthcare, wireless power could revolutionize implantable medical devices. Pacemakers and insulin pumps could receive power through the skin, eliminating the need for battery replacement surgeries or external power ports that risk infection. In developing regions, wireless power transmission could leapfrog traditional power infrastructure altogether. Just as many countries skipped landline telephones and went straight to mobile networks, remote communities might bypass power lines entirely, receiving electricity wirelessly from centralized generation points. Perhaps most ambitious is the concept of space-based solar power. Massive solar arrays in orbit could collect solar energy 24/7, unaffected by weather or night, and beam that energy down to receiving stations on Earth. Japan's JAXA space agency has committed to having a space-based solar power system operational by 2030, potentially transforming our planet's energy landscape forever. The environmental implications are equally profound. By making renewable energy more accessible and efficient, wireless power could accelerate our transition away from fossil fuels. And by eliminating billions of batteries and chargers, we could substantially reduce electronic waste, one of the fastest growing waste streams on the planet. There's a certain poetry to Tesla's vindication. The man who died penniless in a New York hotel room, feeding pigeons and largely forgotten by the scientific establishment, may yet prove to be one of history's greatest visionaries. His contemporaries, Edison, Marconi, Westinghouse, are remembered for what they built. Tesla may ultimately be remembered for what he envisioned. Consider this. The entire modern world runs on Tesla's alternating current system. The radio was legally recognized as his invention after his death. His patents formed the foundation of modern electric motors. Yet his most ambitious dream, wireless power, remained unfulfilled in his lifetime. Now, over 80 years after his death, we're finally catching up to Tesla's imagination. The man who conversed with pigeons and claimed to receive signals from Mars understood something fundamental about electricity that his peers couldn't grasp, that it could be as omnipresent and accessible as the air we breathe. As we stand on the threshold of this wireless revolution, it's worth asking, what other mad ideas of today might become the reality of tomorrow? Are we any better than Tesla's contemporaries at recognizing true innovation when we see it? Or do we still dismiss the visionaries whose ideas seem too fantastic to be possible? Tesla himself once said, "The present is theirs. The future for which I have really worked is mine." As wireless electricity becomes increasingly commonplace in our lives, those words take on a prophetic quality. The future he envisioned is finally becoming our present. From the abandoned Wardenclyffe Tower to smartphone charging pads, from Tesla's wild drawings to functional power beaming technology, the journey of wireless electricity is one of humanity's most remarkable examples of an idea whose time has finally come. So the next time you plug in your phone or laptop, take a moment to appreciate that you're witnessing the end of an era. Your children or grandchildren might find the concept of power cords as antiquated as we now find rotary phones or floppy disks. What do you think about this wireless future? Would you trust a system that powers your home without physical connections? Are there risks we haven't considered? And what other impossible technologies might be just around the corner? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this fascinating, make sure to subscribe for more explorations of how yesterday's science fiction is becoming today's reality. Remember, in Tesla's own words, "The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in one decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence." Perhaps we're finally learning to see the invisible currents that connect our world, just as Tesla did over a century ago.